Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, we hereby present you our presentation about information architecture as basic skill in UX design.
About
This
us.
paper was created by Devi, Azzah, and Putri Yasmina. First, we will give you a brief explanation about information architecture, and then we will give you a definition of UX design. And the last one, we will explain you the importance of information architecture as a basic skill in UX design.
First, what is information architecture? Information architecture is the structural design of shared information environment, the art and science of organizing and labeling websites, intranets, online communities, and software to support usability and fundability, and an emerging community of practice focused on bringing principles of design, architecture, and information science to the digital landscape.
And next, what is the meaning of user experience? User experience, or as we usually call UX, deals with the result of interaction between user and the application, websites, digital products, or even any kind of product. In other words, UX designer is the person who has to know everything about the target group, like a marketing manager. They have to examine the behaviors of the target group and give them a reason to use the product, application, or service.
There is 8 principles of information architecture. First, principle of object. Just like the thinking behind object-oriented program, we think of content as living, breathing object. Each object has a life cycle, behaviors, and attributes. Second, principle of choice. To provide meaningful choice for user, providing too many options make it difficult for people choose among them. Third, principle of disclosure. To show users a certain amount of information at a time. And the fourth is principle of example. To provide visual example of content.
The fifth one is principle of main interest. Users might access any landing page on a website. While a website's home page is the main entrance to the site, it should not be the only landing page on the site. The sixth one is principle of multiple classification. This principle is different users use the same website in different ways, and they may use different methods of finding the same information. The seventh principle is principle of focused navigation. Do not mix different categories of information within a single navigation structure. And the last one is principle of growth. Assume the content on the website will continue to grow. Like maybe the website today may be only a fraction of um, the website of tomorrow, next week, or next year.
Next, information architecture system components. First, we have organization system. These are the groups or the categories in which the information is divided. Such systems help users to predict where they can find certain information easily. There are 3 main organizational structures: hierarchical, sequential, and matrix.
The first organization system is hierarchical. It's a well-known technique of content organization which is initially based on Gestalt psychological theory, and its main goal is to present content on a carrier, be it the book page or poster, web page, or mobile screen, in such a way that users can understand the level of importance for each element.
The second is sequential. This structure creates some kind of a path for the user. They go step by step through content and accomplish the tasks they needed. This type is often used for the retail websites or an apps where people have to go from one task to another task to make their purchase.
And the last one is the metric system. This type is a bit more complicated for the user since they choose the way of the navigation of their own on their own. Users are given choices of content organization. For example, they can navigate through content which is ordered according to date, or some may prefer navigation along the topic.
Next, organization schemes. In addition, content can be grouped according to the organization schemes. They are meant to categorize content the product. Here are some of the popular schemes. First, alphabetical schemes. Uh, that the type of content is organized in alphabetical order. And then chronological schemes. That is the type of content that organize content by the date. Third, topic scheme. That is the type of content that organized according to the specific subject. And then audience schemes. That is the type of content that organized for separate group of users.
The second component of the information architecture system is the labeling system. This system involves the way of data representation. Design of the product requires simplicity, so a great amount of information can confuse users. That's why designers create the labels which represent lots of data in few words. For example, when the designer gives contact information of the company on the website, it usually includes the phone number, email, and social media contacts. However, designer can't present all of this information on one page. The button contact in the header of the page is a label that triggers the association in the user's head without placing the whole data on the page. So, the labeling system aims at uniting the data effectively.
The third navigation system. Navigation defined as the set of action and techniques guiding users throughout the app or website, enabling them to fulfill their goals and successfully interact with the product. The navigation system is term of information architecture, involve the way how users move through content. It's a complex system which employs many techniques and approach. The fourth is searching system. The system is used in information architecture to help users search for the data within the digital product, like a website or an app. The searching system is effective only for the product with lot of information when the user risks getting lost there. In this case, the designer should consider a search engine, filters, and many other tools helping users find content and plan how the data will look after the search.
A function of information architecture. Some of the functions of the information architecture as, are as follow. The first one is make it easy for users to find the information they need. Second, they ensure all stages of the website run efficiently and smoothly. And then, provide a satisfying web surfing experience. After that, the function of information architecture is prevent any costly and time-consuming visual and programming change. And the last one is to help identify the various feature needs, the location and number of navigation links, and the placement of contents at the beginning of the process.
The last one is advantage of information architecture. First, able to develop ways of processing and sharing information. Second, able to respond quickly to any change that occur in accordance with technological development and business needs. And the last one is able to reduce costs incurred. That's
I think
all
that's all.
from us. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.